Hello and welcome back. We are here playing Poland in Victoria 3. We started out in Krakow and now we're here. Last episode we formed Poland, and also we discovered something pretty interesting about Council Republic, which is that if you go Council Republic, you'll have a minus 150 malice on getting people into your customs union, basically making it's impossible to get people into your customs union. And so this is uncomfortable, but we did notice another thing in the interim, which is that it's just generally way easier to get people in here as a protectorate. The customs union is way less essential. You see here with Chile, we can actually do it once we have an obligation, unless the obligation gives us less than 50. Obligation used to give us 50. If it gives us less than 50, then we can't. It doesn't show the if we had an obligation we could do it symbol, so we'll see. We'll see with Belarus once we get an obligation, but hopefully we can protectorate people and look to expand this way, because we want to get out of Germany's market. Unfortunately, we're super industrial, and we just need inputs, and we just don't have enough inputs of anything except for like coal ourselves locally, and so it is quite a bit of a struggle for us to try and do that. But for this episode, we will be maybe trying to protectorate Belarus. Might be a bit of a chill episode. We'll see how things go. We're out here on the colonizing streets. I think we're going to maybe I don't think we can try and break away yet from Germany without having like a larger market to support us. In particular, we really need sulfur and wood. Sorry, almost got the hiccups there. And so maybe the thing to do is to look for sulfur. I mean, we have a large import route with Great Britain. I know there's a lot of sulfur in Tunis. Our thought was puppeting Chile, but if we can protectorate Chile, this is good enough. We could also go after Mexico in the long-ish term. But this is a thumbs down, and so I have to double check if we actually even get 50 points towards that from 50 points from that towards from an obligation, which is what it was last patch. We have some unproductive trade routes. A lot of them are sulfur. That is interesting. I think we're going to keep them in just because. But let's just take a look at sulfur, how we're getting it into the market. Exactly. There's a lot from sulfur mines, a lot from trade routes. Germany has a lot of sulfur. I guess if we take this and this off of Germany, which is part of our larger thing, maybe we can support it. I don't know. Getting a lot of migration. Things are going pretty well in terms of pop. Pop is really taking off as we have added new states. I think it's accelerating because we're getting more and more mass migrations. West Galicia notably has an enormous population. So it looks like population is generally a little bit slower, but a little bit less capped by, what is it? How much arable land you have. We get an uprising. A little annoying, not what we wanted. But it will make us colonize faster there. Just making sure we've established all the colonies. Unfortunately, it does break us from doing any type of wars, but this is kind of fine. So, how close are we to protectorating you? We have a truce, not really very close. Could take on your debt, don't want to. Can do trade with Japan though, so let's take a look. Wait, why can't we trade with Japan? We opened their market. We have an interest in the region. Yeah. Oh, now we have a ton more interests. Something like this, maybe? Is there any sulfur in Central America? Maybe we could just take some stuff. Alright, we get the Workers' Republic event. People's Revolution successfully completed. Alright, let's take a look. The workers of Poland have finally overthrown the bourgeoisie government and established a council republic. But there's far more work to be done before socialism has been truly achieved. The Vanguard Party will lead the way. We'll always select Vanguardist leaders. All power to the cancels. We will get always select Communist leaders. I don't want that temporary modifier. I think... Do we have a couple of these different ones? So, anarchist. They want anarchy. Professional army, protected speech. No police. Council Republic. These guys want Council Republic, total separation, regulatory bodies, which we have. Do we have a Vanguardist to take a look at? I don't think so. Unfortunately. But I don't want this minus bureaucracy institution thing, because I don't want to get wrecked when it goes away. So I'm just going to go this. And that, of course, swaps him to a Vanguardist. They like Council Republic, Oligarchy and Autocracy, Command Economy, Protectionism. Okay. Interesting. They're damaging our relations. That's a little rude. We're bankrolling you and you're damaging relations. Let's see, how much approval and how... I think we actually want this group to kind of expand. The approval's useless, so why don't we do this? They have an important role to play. Juice them up a bit. Now if we owe them an obligation, that does 30 still. So maybe that's just bugged and we still get 50 off these. In which case that's very good for us. We have to find a way to spend some money. We are going to, I think, decrease taxes for starting. By a lot. And also... Oh, our construction queue is empty. That is why we're kind of crashing. Okay, well let's take a look at our infrastructure situation. We'll just add 10. We're going to need them eventually. And then behind that, this is not really employing as well as these, maybe? So let's 51 these. Hopefully the construction's not broken again. It doesn't look broken. We did have some experience last episode with construction getting broken, which is obviously not ideal. Yeah, unfortunately, we have a ton of coal. Don't need coal at all. Or like are not running a shortage of coal at all. Desperately need the sulfur. Have no natural sulfur inside of our country. Is there any sulfur potentials in the Congo? Not that we can like direct the Congo expansion as well. No, not really. Yeah, getting Chile in is going to be a pretty big deal if we can. Are you defending the borders? We can't bankroll you anyways. We can go after Kutai and stuff once, I think we might go after Brunei. Let's actually just sort by and see who has sulfur. We get War of Luanda. So I guess we're gonna go after Brunei here, because we desperately need the sulfur. Not sure. I think we're gonna go for like a lower infamy war against Brunei. I think these are on auto expand. They are. They should auto expand. Let's 51 this. You need a rail for that. You will. Colonization of Hero Land is complete, and they also an uprising at the same time. Interesting how that works. You get radio production. Lost radios, por favor. Compression ignition is coming through. We have to figure out, actually, I know exactly what we can spend money on. Military. That is quite a lot of military expansion, but I think we can really afford it. So we put it at the back of the queue because it's not essential to do right now, but we'll get there. So I think we're going to need to recruit a general, at least one. The Poland HQ. I think I like the Red Army guy, actually. We have quite a few convoys now overall that we've built up. Most of it's coming from Lithuania, some from Bas-Congo. And we would get 30k if we weren't in Germany's customs union, it seems. So maybe we can break out soonish. I'd like to get a couple protectorates first before we leave the customs union. Also, I'd like to stabilize from whatever cooperative ownership does to our bodies. We're currently getting a huge amount from investment pool transfer. We're going to lose all this because the industrialists are going to go away. So, kind of need to know what happens to that. We get Russia embargo. That's fine. We have a lot of inactive trade routes, though. A lot of people are embargoing us. A lot of people. Okay. We have been booted out of Germany's market. What exactly happened? We didn't click the button. War reparations broken. Okay, so our economy is going to have severe whiplash. We have a lot of trade routes in place. We really need the iron, so we're going to import it from the French. And people who it takes 0 convoys. Import this from the French. Germans. I don't know where we have an adjacency to France, but for whatever reason it costs us 0 convoys. We're going to do Portuguese. Import this stuff. Probably again from the French, but we're also going to do, I guess, German, Portuguese, French, Japanese as well. The wood is a bit of a problem. You can get it from Germany, French, Chilean, Scandinavian. Softwood, also a problem. French, Mexican, German. Ecuadorian, I guess, and Chilean. Or I could also do Japanese. It's not bugged, I guess. So we were not planning on making this transition now, but I suppose it's fine. Sugar, gotta import it. Ecuador, France, New Granada, Chile. We have a huge amount of convoys now, so could import these from the Germans. Import this from the French and the Germans. Ironclads we should be able to make ourselves. Kind of able to make these ourselves too. But we can import these. The PMs are not that efficient, so we'll import from Germany. We have our own radios. Let's see if we can import this. We can from the French, and the Germans, and the Japanese, and the Mexicans, and the Argentinians. Not from the Belarusians, but almost from the Belarusians. Import this, again from France. We're on hay. Hopefully France does not embargo us like everyone else has. People seem to really not like us because we're communists. added layer of realism to the game. We'll import this from New Granada and Japan. And Ecuador, I guess. And we gotta sell stuff too now. So let's go to export. Export a lot to Japan, France, Portugal, Mexico, Germany, and the Belarusians. Export these. Export route. French, Japan, German, Portuguese, people will make import routes for the coal. I'm not as keen on necessarily trying to push it out. We will export these to them. People will make imports for this. People will make imports for glass. Tools, kind of find having them a little cheap. So we will see if this is going to be enough to fix the economy. We are much larger now. We can, of course, not get a customs union because the different economic systems. So hopefully we start to recover a little bit here. We get cooperative ownership. This is kind of another bit of a kick of sorts, because we're going to lose the investment pool transfer entirely. Great Hunger gets completed. Yeah, baby. This plummets, so we'll have to re-increase taxes. But this was kind of always the plan. The standard of living should go up despite having higher taxes. I have to re-increase them a little bit more, I think. And it's a shame Belarus suddenly is less friendly about, or we can't protectorate them. We are bankrolling with the hope that we can do it with the bankroll, but I don't know why it doesn't let us, like, click the button, at least. Like it does with Chile. Should enforce here pretty quick. People are putting in import routes to us. I really wish we didn't have the 2 layers of being ejected from the market and going, what is this, cooperative ownership at the same time. But it is what it is. Suppose we could go anarchism. But now people do support us going back up, I believe, towards oligarchy. Intelligentsia really don't like it, but everyone else is pretty cool with it. And with oligarchy, we would get quite a bit of... or even autocracy. Oh, baby, we're making money now? Must be an empty construction queue. Alright, what's our problem? We don't have enough boom booms. Why can't you employ sulfur and iron? Yeah. Let's try and see if we can do more with that. Could import these from the Germans, I think. And the French, that's not going to take too many convoys. Incompatible. Man, we can't get trade agreements with these people now, too. Oh, boy. How close are we to protectorating you? It's mainly that you're cautious. So let's bankroll you and try and get you in, I guess. Oh, we forgot we had to add a bunch of construction to the queue. Alright. All resources are fully expanded. And I guess, so if we imported more dyes and silks, that would decrease our demand for sulfur as well. We're just never getting a trade agreement ever now. Way too much infrastructure here. We could 51 the glass. 51 the food industries. And add a bunch for throughput on this. Do have to go workers co-op, which we don't mind. Let's take a look at our population. People just want tea, so we can try and get tea cheap. Glad to support the workers in Russia. If we get a bunch of communist revolutions, that's actually really good for us, because then we'll be able to actually trade with people and stuff. Hemorrhaging money, but I think this is fine for now. Standard of living should go up overall. Of course, need to re-put in our colonies. This is giving us a lot of chop-chops. Unfortunately, France has cut us off here, so we're not going to get as much Congo as we'd hoped. Now let's see. Okay, we need to go after sulfur-rich places. Go declare interests. North Africa. I don't know. Pain. Start a war here soon, but I don't know. Actually. Is there a Chinese province that has sulfur? Hebei, Shandong both have it. Hainan. Could go after a Mexican province as well, but I think we don't want to do that. So Hebei, who has more sulfur? Hebei does. Hebei also has iron, which we need. This just has just the sulfur. Of course, it's really hard to do this and just not take Beijing for the Forbidden City, but are we super legitimate anyways? We're not. These guys are getting erased. Either way, we want the interest there. If we want to maybe go after some of their land. I think there's probably not a lot of European interest in that strategic region as well. Just kidding, there's a ton. It's unfortunate. France embargoing us absolutely sucks. That's a kick in the teeth. We're gonna leave the trade routes on, but that really sucks. Most of our trade was with them. We need to get sulfur from somewhere. I mean, we have no economic engagement with ourselves, basically. Which is, like, kind of the big downside of going really high infamy. Right? That and people trying to cut you down to size, but since we are already eating the downsides, well, how powerful are we? So 5k? Who's the #1 great power? Who's ahead of us? France? Yikes, your GDP is way bigger. We have probably the strongest military in the game. So if we're just intelligent about where we declare wars, maybe we can avoid getting cut down to size. I don't know. Like, I think we just have to start puppeting people. I guess maybe not the first one, but, like... I guess we go after Brunei first. Okay. We can dominion them for the least amount of infamy, or we can just conquer the state. They have 27 sulfur. I think we just conquer the state so we can... Everyone hates our guts anyways. As long as this doesn't kick us over 25, which it doesn't. And then I think we start going really high infamy play. I don't think there's a way to acquire the resources, because if people are just going to embargo us, there's going to be no way for us to acquire the resources any other way, unfortunately. We need the sulfur and the iron and all this. It sucks because we can only make grain and livestock ranches. Speaking of, I guess we're going to fully expand the livestock ranches, because those are actually, like, give us some dynamism here. Yeah, these just don't push the needle as much. Yeah, United States. Everyone's going to embargo us, so we can't make any puppets protectorates. We have lost all economic engagement. I guess we, for whatever reason, we can't try and protectorate them. We must either have a land connection between our market capitals or be able to form a port connection. What do you mean we don't have a land connection? Do I not have an interest in the region? Is that the problem or something? No, I definitely do. Well, that's a bug, because, but it's just because they don't have a port? Well, then I guess we have to damage relations with them and stop bankrolling them if we can't try and do that. They'll never accept a trade agreement. They'll almost accept a trade agreement. That's kind of wild. Maybe we go after Chile next. Just dominion them. We'll need to promote this guy. Promote this guy. We do have a few reserves. Don't mind a few reserves, but we have more reserves than we'd like. I have no idea what we can build that's profitable at this point with the industries. Power. Electronics a little bit. Power and glassworks. I don't know. really hate how everyone hates our guts. Not a fan of that. Transvaal doesn't have sulfur. If it did, I'd be all over that. Normally you get like sulfur in good amounts from South America and Hokkaido, because you can colonize those, but we can't. Really wish we could colonize here. We can't. Yeah, we just have no friends. Everyone hates us. Germany's... We're gonna improve relations with them. Maybe we can... get relations not to be so bad. They want a defensive pact with us. I think we say no. Tempting to just take it and then... We might have to expel diplomats. I don't know what we're gonna do with that. It's gonna be... We only have 25 years to try and make that happen. Alright, if we didn't have a truce... and they weren't cautious... So it's 113. And then... we can get 63 if they were friendly instead of cautious. But there's no way... Oh, 63 plus another 19 off the power projection. So there's 53. So that's good. Okay, we can do it. Let's improve relations with them as well. So we can protectorate Ukraine in this way. Germany is like the only person trading with us, so I don't want to go fight them currently. And our economy is struggling, not because our PMs suck, but because we have like... we have all this BS. And they don't just back down like they should. We also... yeah. Swap over PMs. I think the Intelligentsia will be a little harder to keep happy in the long term, so we'll do that. Maybe a bunch of people will have revolutions as well. This is possible. Because they lost economic engagement with us. I just don't know. This run seems super scuffed now. I think we swap off the labor-saving PM of the glassworks. Guess maybe we do this, except it's gonna wreck our dyes price. Our silk price is just too expensive. I think we actually just expand the lesser polar ones instead to try and fix that. Don't think diesel engines is any good. Nope, it usually isn't, but maybe they switched the PMs a little. Still isn't though. Let's go repeating rifles. Breech loaders. Arcades. Don't think diesel trains is any good. Worker co-op, sure. What do you mean none of these are subsidized? Shouldn't they all be subsidized? Oh, they're government run. They're like auto subsidized. Okay, fair. Take the prestige, I guess. Holy shit. Everyone's embargoing us. Maybe we have to go full baddie or this run is bricked, but I don't know if we can do it. I think we're too weak. I think we can't fight two great powers. These convoys are freaking useless. I guess we just like... Convoys are useless because no one wants to trade with us. We can just do this, right? Barely save money. Okay, we need more infrastructure there, desperately. I guess not super desperately, but I think we're going to delete a lot of those. Everyone just embargoes us. Man, this freaking sucks. We're going to look for another soft spot to get some sulfur from. Yeah, look at our economy just collapse here. As soon as we both get booted and... I wish... We gotta find a spot that doesn't have a lot of interest. The problem with China is there's a ton of people with interest there. So we're gonna have to fight against a lot of people. Not too bad here in Indochina. Does anyone have freaking sulfur there? No. Ugh, this is such a headache. Have you gotten a freaking obligation yet? No. It's so wild that we cannot protectorate Belarus, even though we're next to them. It's very obnoxious. So we're just hoping that we get... These guys are genial too. Maybe we can protect them as well. They're defending the border. Everyone else hates our guts. This landing should go through pretty easy. I mean, we have a huge buffer, but Council Republic was such a is such an enormous mistake. Everyone really hates your guts. This is not ideal. I think we are not going to add... Well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to downsize some construction centers. We're just going to... then maybe increase taxes. They're already so high. Well, I could go... Wait, I can switch off of Council Republic now. Right? Now that I have cooperative ownership in the economic system. I mean, I guess let's just try going autocracy. Or maybe oligarchy. Fuck it. Get an obligation from Chile, so we should be able to protect her at them. Come on, let's go. Let's go. The market gets a little bit bigger. We get some sulfur into the market. And now we'll start damaging relations. Alright, we still gotta expand what we're building. Having hardwood problems, it'd be like that sometimes. I think I'm just gonna swap the clothing off this PM, which sucks, but I think we're gonna prioritize non-luxury clothing for the most part. And then in one place we're going to do elastics, the full shebang. We have a ton of coal in our market at least. I don't know. Hemorrhaging money. I mean, we're paying too much for convoys. The convoys are useless. We have very little... Well, I guess we still have some trade routes. I don't know. Ooh. Radical Italians. Radical Italians, Germans. Okay, maybe we can get something going here. Oh my god, this UI is so buggy. Fixes up things a little bit. I think it's not. I really wish we did not make two huge changes at once, because I can't tell to what extent this is Council Republic just wrecking us and to what extent it's other stuff. I don't know. Trade unionists are happy. They're gonna go away though. Or sorry, the industrialists. Communist Party wins. Man, our SOL's in the... It's just freaking doing really, really bad. I mean, part of it's the upper stratus getting erased, but... We have a revolution brewing. We don't care about them. Kick rocks, boyo. Yeah, I guess we just gotta wait. They're getting a huge percentage though, because they're full occupied basically. I mean, maybe we overexpanded the military. I just think we're gonna need a really big military in a second here. Because everyone hates our guts. God. I think this run is bricked by the Council Republic though. Why do you have such low access? Jesus, we just overbuilt. Did we misclick on West Glacier and just build more there than we should have? Oh, is it because of turmoil's wrecking us? Oh, we can't downsize this because we have a revolution. Got it, got it, got it. Yeah, that makes sense. Industrialists are about to get marginalized. We don't mind if they lose a little bit of attraction. Now, thankfully, we have this. We're gonna do that. And I think to facilitate that, we're going to need a railroad or two. And then some of this. I don't know. Okay, we need a war that gives us sulfur, doesn't cause everyone to want to wreck us. So we're going to look... I think it might be taking Great Qing's province here. Taking Shandong. Don't know, I think we win this. But actually, there's so many people who have an interest up here. Ah, it just sucks. Austria is weak right now. So, could we do something into them? We don't have an interest. Okay, let's get an interest. What's our infamy? 13. Okay. Secession in Danubia. What is this? Romanian uprising? Okay. Yeah, this might just be super bricked. I don't know. What are we paying a lot for? We gotta figure that out. Total for welfare. Just kind of everything combined. Construction goods is the really big one. Okay, well. Can't downsize any of them, but we can switch them all to steel frame. Save a little bit of money. Now we cannot declare war, but this is okay. We have a decent amount of infamy to go through. We're gonna kick some of this sulfur to the top of the queue, I think. What's this about? Oh, the newly acquired this. This sulfur is actually worth more than that. Trying to get some of these sulfur mines to finish first, or earlier. Wish we could make use of this. We get another 10 from them being friendly. Get autocracy. And we auto switch to appointed bureaucrats. But we will do this. Now we could go command economy, which mandates subsidies. The investment pool is already disabled, but it would give us more authority. Authority is how we think we might be able to... Oh my god, our consumption taxes give us nothing. Holy... Well, this is all catastrophic. I think our economy would just break if we mandated subsidies. What happens if we go back up to Parliamentary Republic? Does that break us, or what happens? Maybe we can get out of this? I don't know. And return to having economic engagement with the rest of the world. France gets wrecked by a capitalist revolt, and so does Germany. I think that they were having, all of these guys were having problems because they were getting like tools and clothing from our market, and then they embargoed us. Now it is a bit unfortunate. We would love to take a massive chomp out of one of these guys while this is happening. This does make us the #1 great power. For the time being. God, the world's economy is in shambles. I think there's less global GDP than there was at the start of the game. And this... yeah. Our obligation expired? No. Must have been with Belarus. These consumption taxes do nothing. God. Oh, we could trade. We could probably trade with these revolutions. Oh my god, maybe we can resuscitate our economy through these revolutions. Alright, we're gonna get rid of all these inactive ones. Which is a lot because we've been embargoed. And all these unprofitable ones. Is that really gonna kick us up every time? Poor people. Basically just a complete collapse of the world economy. Because there's a little communism. Sounds about right. We get the Great Purge, Jesus. Minus 20% radicals, minus radicalism. We're gonna support the revolution in Russia. Our economy is maybe recovering here. Alright, we gotta restart our colonies, because that's how it works. Oh, maybe not. Just sometimes how it works. And I think now might be the time Do we need a interest? You're belligerent now. God damn it. The timing on that's so awful. Alright, this is going nowhere, so we'll stop that. Stop this revolution. Get a native uprising, which of course bricks our ability to go to war with these guys who are having civil wars. Maybe this is okay. Economy is starting to pick up. Maybe it's because we just have all these now. It's probably it. And now all these are expensive. Oh my god, the recovery, the great recovery. Except this isn't recovering. Look at that. Look at that rebound. We just needed some sulfur, baby. Of course, cannot start a play. Unfortunately. We have an obligation. Can we protectorate you? No. But we can absolve the obligation to get friendly. Except if your attitude stays cautious, this isn't going to matter. Oh, now you're cooperative. So we just need more power projection. And speaking of more power projection, speak of the devil. I think we wanted those split. Let's go squad. They want a defensive pact. We don't want that because then they will have powerful defenders. But our power projection increased. Theirs is probably decent, which is why they don't want to join. Economy is recovering. We can probably decrease the taxes a hair or two. We're pretty close to being hyper legitimate. Let's do this. The legitimacy cranks up. Standard of living should start climbing back up pretty fast here as well. People are now importing from us. Oh my god. GDP is starting to climb back to the peak. Is it really just off of this? Not just this, certainly. Alright, colonization here lands completed, so let's see if we can get new ones. We can't. But we can do some of this action. And we could make either millet or livestock. I think we're gonna go livestock. Here we have the coffee. Here we have our choice, dealer's choice. I think we need dyes. We can't go dyes. I guess here we'll go cotton maybe. Go cotton or coffee. Let's go coffee. Here we went cotton. When we could have gone dye. Ooh, wait, we can delete them? Let's go dyes. Let's go dyes here as well. We have an obligation with you. We just need a bigger military. Or to get you in the customs union, but we can't because you have that minus 150 malice. I mean, I guess we could just go really big military. I have a sneaking suspicion this railroad isn't subbed. But why can't you... Why can't I switch you to government run? Oh, it's bugged out. That is unfortunate. It is bugged. Let's see if switching this... Because it should be government run. All our other ones are government run. No, they're not. They're also not subsidized. We really can't subsidize railroads with this? Hiya. That is a vibe. We really gotta make sure everything is on using it then. We can't subsidize railroads. That's unreal. Workers co-op sucks so hard. We might have to go command economy. Except I think subsidizing everything would actually wreck our economy as well. Because stuff like this is not meant to employ all the way. We'd have to micromanage the deletion of everything. God, this is a catastrophe run. There's masterpieces and then there's disaster pieces. I don't know. This can't do anything here. Because this doesn't want to employ. Let's not build another 20 guys here. This is real life? Man, do these places even need the... Or is these underemployed too? No. I mean, the workers' co-op's a lot more efficient, so it's helpful for this getting employed, but... Yikes. Using 150 of whatever. Do some of that. The front of the queue. Also can delete some of these that aren't making as much money. Do you have insufficient tax capacity anywhere? No. supposed to do. Mandated subsidies kind of suck. Does everyone still hate our guts, though? We're still getting this minus 150, yeah. Would we have it if we swapped off of this? Okay, actually, we can declare war now. I mean, I don't think we want to take one of these provinces, but taking West Prussia is not insane. So would give us the sulfur. First you get the sulfur, then you get the women, then you get the power. God, I have no idea what to do here. I think I'm going to conclude this episode. This episode, we got absolutely wrecked by both getting booted out of Germany's market and then also this Council Republic just completely sucking and us not being able to get off of it business. We're stuck in on communism. This feels bad. It seems way worse because you can't get like people into your market like very easily. For whatever reason, we can't protectorate this guy because we don't have a connection to him, despite him being connected to us. So there's that. We're trying to protectorate them. We managed to protectorate Chile, so this is something. And if we can get Ukraine, this is another something. I don't know. We're recovering, kind of, bouncing back, kind of. Certainly the economy's doing way better. But we discovered this here as well. Can't freaking subsidize any of the railroads. So we have like just railroads are just raw dogging it. Now, of course, they aren't owned. They don't have to pay a capitalist. So in that sense, they're better. But like, I don't know what I can do to make this railroad employ. Other than make engines cheaper, I guess. Make electricity and steel cheaper. I guess this will be what we're going to be trying to do next episode. Figure out a way to make our railroads run despite being on workers' cooperative and being unable to switch to government run because, yeah, we just can't do it with our current government thing. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and have a good one.